name is Lisa. I'm 22 years old and I come from Switzerland. I would like to tell you my story. When I was 11 years old, I had bone cancer in my leg. The doctors gave me 10% chance to survive. I survived. I won the fight against the cancer, but they had to cut my leg.
The next train to arrive on the inbound platform is for Waterfront. The next station is Vancouver City Centre.
The first day I arrived in Canada, I was just overwhelmed by the impressions I got by this huge city. I come from a small village in Switzerland and it was such a huge difference. I used to work in a bar in Switzerland and I really liked it to work there. It's just after a while it didn't make me happy anymore. I felt upset and I started to think about what am I doing here? Is that the right thing that I want to do? Sometimes when it gets too crowded, I just get stressed out, and there was one evening where it was really, I was already unhappy and then there were so many people and it was just too much. And this was the situation where I decided to make the first step and get the control back from my life and go to Canada. Ich arbeite gerne da, aber mein Traumjob wäre es, auf Kanada gehen. Irgendwo, irgendwo in den Bergen, mit der Rose arbeiten. Warum?
Er soll hier sein, dann, wenn sie weg ist. Sag nicht, dass sie gehen soll.
Ich kann nachvollziehen. Ich habe das Gefühl, das wäre besser für uns beide, weil da...
Das beide willst, das Reiten, die auf die Berge gehen.
Ja, auf dem Pferd. Dann bin ich
Ja,
genau.
Ja.
Und da bin ich am Stehen die ganze Zeit. Ja. Laufe mit dem Bein. Das ist schon belastend.
Freitagabend heute. Von daher erwarte ich ja doch ein paar lange Leute.
Ja, schon. Ich hoffe, es kommen keine Leute mehr.
Nicht?
Mal, sicher. Es ist besser für den Laden, aber ich bin ein bisschen müde.
Wirklich?
Ich bin eigentlich ein bisschen müde, aber...
Schlecht geschlafen die letzten Tage, oder?
Ja, die letzten paar. Nein, es geht mir gut.
Ich würde sagen, wie es aussieht.
Nein, mir geht's gut. Noch ein Bier für dich? Ja, okay. Ja, warte, ich komme gerade zu dir. Ist gut.
Ich hätte gerne auch noch eine Cola bitte.
Okay. Cola?
Lisa, wo ist mein Bier?
Lisa.
Ja.
Ja, wo ist mein Bier?
Ja, ich mach's sofort. Rund alles.
Lisa, die 10 Shots. Der Tisch. Ja, die 10 Shots. Ja, ich kann nicht alles machen. Komm jetzt, Lisa.
Ja, eins nach dem anderen. Ja,
Es ist mein? Ja, es ist mein. Das ist stressig.
Du tragst mal hier auf und kümmerst dich mal um alles, was das hier betrifft.
Ja.
Und wir zwei gehen mal in die Ecke. Lass uns mal reden. Sag mal, Lisa, was ist mit dir los? Ich beobachte dich schon seit ein paar Tagen. Du scheinst mir ziemlich unglücklich zu sein.
Ja, ich bin nicht mehr happy mit meinem Job. Ich habe das Gefühl, ich brauche eine Veränderung.
Ja, was willst du denn?
Was ich will, also ich habe mir Gedanken gemacht und am liebsten würde ich mit Pferden arbeiten und den ganzen Tag durch die Berge reiten. Vielleicht irgendwo in Kanada.
Na, dann sollst du vielleicht deinen Traum leben.
Meinst du? Ja, du hast recht. Ich gehe nach Kanada. When I first arrived in Vancouver, I decided to go to an ESL school first because my English was okay, but I didn't feel confident enough, so I went to the ESL school.
A sentence on the board. Popular culture is everywhere. You can't get away from it. It's easy. Okay, Avril Lavigne, famous Canadian singer. One time she wore a tie. Dress, skirt, but with a tie. All of a sudden, lots of people are doing that. 1980s, Billy Ray Cyrus had a mullet. Ugliest hairstyle ever. Short in the front, long in the back. Okay, so we called it business up front, all party in the back. Really, really ugly, but everybody started doing it. All the guys started using that hairstyle.
I saw pictures of Canada and it was kind of, I fell in love with Canada and the mountains, and it was something like love in the first sight, you say that like that. And yeah, and I decided if I want to work with horses, I want to do it in Canada. And I started to do some researches, and I found the Chilcotin Holidays website, and it sounded really good to me because I really like to work with people too. So it would be a combination between working with people and working with horses. So I thought this is great. How was your morning so far? I think I want
The morning was good.
you. Do you want one?
Oh, wow.
Go.
Hey, we gotta put that up front.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, seatbelt, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Sorry. And now I'm here in the middle of nowhere on my way to the ranch. I'm still not sure if I'll be able to do it. Did I make the right choice?
This idea that it's a male thing, being a guide, actually speaking, some of it may be true in general in the industry. It really was in the past that way, but we have, for some reason or other, quite a few ladies that have gone and taken the course and turned out to be excellent guides.
So, Frank, did you have many people coming up to the ranch with a prosthetic, or?
Did I understand you right? Do we have many people coming up to do what?
With a prosthetic leg.
Oh, in the past, what has happened is when somebody comes with any physical difficulties, then the ranch will adapt to their condition, and they still will have a wonderful time enjoying the outdoors.
My first impression when I came to the ranch was I was stunned by the scenery. I mean, the whole way up to the ranch, the lake and the mountains, it was just amazing. And then I came out of the bus and I saw the horses. There were lots of horses and trees and mountains, and just it was pure nature. And I thought this is a really good place to be.
So when Lisa arrived for the guide school in April 2011, my first impression was she was a girly girl and would miss the city life right away. I didn't understand why Lisa would come to a hardcore wilderness guide outfitting ranch. I wondered how this small young Swiss girl with a handicap was going to learn how to shoe horses, let alone guide guests in grizzly country, and how anyone would trust her with their life in the mountains.
When I arrived here, I wanted to start working right away. I wanted to get on a horse and get out there and ride around. But then Kevin said, no, first I have to take the guide school, because he wants to know if I'm capable to take out guests for rides and for long pack trips. And of course I had to learn everything first.
Oh, my arm hurts so much. I need a break. What's up with you?
My leg hurts. I wish my bum would hurt, but my leg hurts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have this prosthetic, and when I'm riding at home, it's when I ride for too long and I trot too long, then I get sore on my scars. The scars get wound and they start bleeding, and I can't wear my leg for weeks, and it sucks. And I thought when I come here, you know, it's the Western style, I have long stirrups, but now it's the same shit again, and it's so annoying.
Don't be too hard with you. You're a pretty tough girl.
Thanks.
Hey, Rory. Lisa is having problems with her leg. Maybe you can go and watch for her. She looks not good.
Yeah, all right, I'll keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I go back on the horse.
Sounds good.
Stay here, girl. I know, I want to go too. I want to ride. But I can't. Fucking lame. beginning I had a lot of problems with my leg while I went riding. At home it was also a problem, but I had different stirrups, and so it was okay. But then I thought, when I come here we have the Western stirrups and they're longer, so it's not going to be a problem for riding. But with this old prosthetic leg that I had, I just got wounds all the time on the scars, and I had no chance to stay longer on a horse than 1 hour. So I had to think about another solution, and I came up with the idea just to wear my new prosthetic leg. I cannot really walk as good as with the other one, but for riding it's perfect. I can sit for hours on the horse and I don't get any wounds on the scars. Before, with this other leg, it was really, when I started riding here, I thought, now all these efforts and I cannot even ride for more than 1 hour because my leg just hurt so much. So I was really upset, and I thought, this is gonna screw up everything.
Okay, you're doing really good here on this shoe. Oh geez, look at that. You're wearing city shoes there. Do you have any other footwear?
Yeah, I got hiking boots.
Yeah, that would be better.
Do I have to put them on now?
Yeah, that would be good.
All right. Come on, be a good boy. Come on. No, don't move. Don't. Yeah. Don't do that, baby. Don't move. At this moment, I wanted to quit. I thought, why is she able to shoe a horse and I'm not? Am I too weak? Is it because of my leg? I didn't know. I just wanted to go home.
So during the guide school, I learned quickly that Lisa had real determination. I saw that she could do anything she set her mind to, and horseshoeing was tough for her, but she mastered it real quickly.
I took the guide school and I had a lot of trouble at the beginning. I was weak and I had challenges with my leg, and I saw the others, they were fast and they were working hard and they could do almost everything, and I was standing next to them and I felt really weak and incapable, and I thought, I can never do that. I will never be able to shoe a horse or even put a pack box on a horse and then take out gas and being responsible for everybody, and I was worried that I'm not gonna pass this guide school. Good girl. Come on. Come on.
So during Lisa's 3 months at the ranch, I saw her evolve daily. Everything was out of her comfort zone. She was running chainsaw, campfire cooking, horseshoeing, shooting guns, riding the mountaintops. Everything was new to her.
So you go on the other side, then you stick your finger in her mouth, so she's gonna open it. You grab her tongue, and you pull it out.
To the side.
And then I say, okay, and then you let go. Yeah, to
Okay.
the side. Okay, and you have to make sure that your hand always stays in this area where there are no teeth. She has teeth here in the front,
Yeah.
and teeth here in the back.
Okay.
So you're in here, you're safe. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have to shake it a little bit more. You all want to have tea warmer? I don't think so.
It's like lemon juice.
Stop that. Okay. Cool. Grab the tongue.
Yep.
Okay. Good job.
Okay.
Okay. Walker. It's good. Next. I have been with horses all my life. Since I'm a little girl, I grew up with horses. My aunt has horses and I had the opportunity to ride almost every day, and it's the only thing that I never gave up through my entire life. I've always been on a horse. the horses stay here, and the horse people take care of them.
Tied to the pole all night?
We leave them walking around in the corral during the night. So let's start a fire here. There you go. Before you become a lead guide, you're an assistant guide, and you have to learn all the skills that are required to be a level A lead guide. So when I was an assistant guide, it was pretty exhausting. As a lead guide, you are doing the same work, but you're more supervising and giving the required things to other people to do. And when you're an assistant, you have to kind of run for everything, and it's pretty tiring. And after my first trip, when I came back to the ranch, I just crashed on my bed, and I think I didn't get up for 2 days or something like that. Get up! Come on, guys! Come on! Come on! Done! Good girl. Go. When we are out in camp, we have to go out with the horses on the meadows and stake them and hobble them so that they can eat for the whole night. And it's always really nice to take them out and on the meadows, because you can see a lot of wildlife there. Sometimes there are deers running by, and rarely you see bears because you're with horses, but it's an amazing place. You have this stunning scenery with all the mountains around and hundreds of different flowers and all this balsam root and the paintbrush and lupines, and right now in the summer it's blooming, and you could spend hours in the meadows. And the good thing is you can combine the work, the staking and hobbling the horses, with also enjoying the view and kind of, have this holiday experience. really like is driving the skidder. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a really heavy machine, and when I first saw the guys driving around with it, I thought, ooh, wow, big machine. I would never imagine it. I'm gonna drive it myself. And then they taught me to drive it, and it was fun. I mean, I'm such a tiny person in this big heavy machine. It feels good. I mean, the guys were like kind of looking up to the skidder and said, oh, this girl is driving the skidder, and yeah, it felt good. Finally, here they are. I found them. Well, I'm sitting here on a most amazing place in the world. The view is amazing, and there was just a sow with 4 cubs, a grizzly. They're still over there and grazing, and while I was walking behind after them, I almost stepped on a little snake. This place is amazing. Oh my god, this is amazing. They're so cute. somebody told me that they saw a grizzly sow with 4 cubs. So I went to look for them, and all over the mountains and in the meadows where they usually are. And then I finally found them after a couple of hours of looking for them. And it was a mother with 4 cubs, and they were from this year. I mean, they were born probably in January. It's really rare for grizzlies, a grizzly with 4 cubs, because it happens maybe once in 20 years. And it was such a unique experience to just sit like kind of in a distance and watch them playing and eating. And they saw us. I mean, they knew that we were there, and because they could smell us. The wind was blowing downhill, so they could smell us. But they weren't scared. They were just looking and noisy, and the mom was kind of concerned about it, but she was I think she knew that we weren't a threat, and we were just on distance watching them and taking pictures. And we spent 4 hours watching them until 9 o'clock in the evening, and when we came back to the camp it was already dark. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm really happy that I had the chance to see that.
I'm up in the mountains again. I'm getting lighter, the air's getting thin. Now I'm facing down with a grin. I've been in the city too long, sidewalks and buildings and singing sad songs. Now I'm back up where I belong, in the mountains again. Live on flat ground, can't stand to be easily found. Gotta have me a mountain emotion. Every morning, now the fields have fallen below, and I'm getting higher, the higher I go. Now I know what the eagle knows, mountains again.
So what I noticed the most was more Lisa's wilderness skills and horse skills grew. Lisa's inner qualities and strengths became more front and center, like her initiative, responsibility, standards, good judgment, all of those things.
From the beginning on, my goal was to become a lead guide, and now I'm really proud of myself. I made it. I'm taking out guests on my own, and I'm leading the trip, and I'm organizing everything. I'm organizing the menu plan and the horses and the guests and the whole trip.
I left my old home to ramble this country. My mother and dad said, "Son, go home. Remember that God will always watch over you, and we will be waiting for you here Son, don't go astray, is what they both told me. Remember that love for God can't be found. But now they're both gone, this letter just told me. 4 years they've been dead, the fields have turned brown. For many long years I traveled this country, no thoughts of the day when I'd return. Now when I go home, I find no one waiting. The price I have paid to live and to learn.
I'm surprised with myself that I made it, but Kevin always believed in me, and he said, yeah, you're able to do it, you just have to see your qualities, what your qualities are, and he tried to point it out all the time, and I wasn't really self-confident, and I doubted it, that I'm gonna make it, but here I am, I made it. I think I made the right choice. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to live. Up in the mountains on a horse. I love these mountains. It's amazing. It's such a nice scenery and a stunning view and all these pretty flowers. I think I told you already, but I don't care. It's just amazing up here. I'm amazing.
So we're going to sing happy birthday for Lisa, all of us. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you.
It was so nice when the guests were singing for my birthday. I didn't expect that. The little girl was playing the guitar for me and everybody in the cabin was singing. And I mean, it was a really unique place, Spruce Lake, to celebrate birthday. The Spruce Lake out there with the mountains in the background. I celebrated my birthday on very different places, but this place, this birthday, this 23rd birthday was just unique.
Yeah, that sounds great. It's kind of early in the morning.
Right, there you go, cowboy. Breakfast is ready!
So the more successes Lisa had, the more her confidence grew, and so did her presence and position in the male-dominated guide outfitting business.
And the winter makes me shake, and the wind howls off the lake. A warm and gentle hand moves slowly into mine. The sky's an ashen gray, hangs heavy on the day, but I don't care anyway, 'cause I've got my northern girl. Oh, my northern girl. Wisconsin nights, they never seem so long. And as the gentle green of summer turns to leaves maroon and gold, I'll never leave the arms my northern girl. And the nights are bitter black, but they remind me that there's someone who will guard me against this long Milwaukee night. And the fires grow so low, the embers lose their glow, but I'm toasted, don't you know, 'cause I've got my northern girl.
So you see fortress here and now you're soaking wet, but there's a saying up here in the mountains that says rain before 7 and clear by 11, so we're hoping for that, right? Yeah, good girl. Yeah, we could even have breakfast here with the horses. It's full of wild potatoes here. This is awesome. It's just pure nature. There's nothing up here. You're absolutely on your own, just with the horses and with your guests, and it's amazing. When we arrived on the top of the El Dorado mountain, it was breathtaking. There were mountains all around us. I mean, there was a panorama view in whatever direction you wanted to look. There was a mountain, and there was a mountain. And down in the valleys were the meadows and the forests, and amazing. I mean, I saw pictures and I knew I want to go there, but when I actually arrived there, I was just stunned. And the bad thing is that the weather was just terrible. It was a whiteout snowstorm during the night, and cold and freezing in the middle of July. And I felt really, really bad for the guests, because it should be their once in a lifetime experience on top of the mountains and in the middle of July. And well, I'm sure they're gonna remember this situation, or let's say this trip, because it's for sure a unique experience. It was just amazing. Cold, but amazing. that was a difficult way back to the ranch. We had extreme conditions like wind, rain, snow, and it was cold, and now mud.
So Lisa, the most important thing I learned from you is that I should not judge a book by its cover. You have so many inner strengths and qualities that you're an inspiration to everyone who meets you.
So I hope you enjoyed this story about the challenges and hurdles that I overcame here at the ranch. I hope it's inspiring some of you to stand up and fight for your life. My mom always says, when you're scared of death, you're scared of life. I learned to lose the fear of death, and I lost the fear of life. I'm living my life, I'm living my dream. It's just step by step, and if I can do it, you can do it. Just take the first step.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. So don't take my sunshine away. You told me once, dear, you really love me, and no one else would come between. But now you left me